Senator Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to associate myself with Senator Ernst's remarks and echo them when I was in Ukraine just a few weeks ago. One of the messages I heard from their head of intelligence, General Budanov, and others, is if we stick with them, they will stick with us. Wherever we need them to be, they will be there. And when you consider that they're literally fighting for their survival and fighting for their lives, to express to me how important our relationship was and what it means to them going forward. I think we have a friend we can always rely on. But I am concerned about, over the last few weeks, the politics around this conflict have gotten us off track. But I'm curious, General Cavoli, from your perspective, friction between President Zelensky and President Trump, how do you feel our Ukrainian allies are handling this right now? And what concerns do you hear directly from them about our ability to support them? I just had members of the Ukrainian parliament in my office, and we were talking specifics. We're talking about ATACMS rounds, HIMARS, PAC-3 rounds for Patriots, AIM-120s, 155 millimeter artillery rounds, GPS, these systems. Can you just give me a summary about where you think we are with our support, and what do they need to continue this fight?
Thank you, Senator Kelly. With me, my interlocutors, who are principally general officers or members of the Ministry of Defense, they're resolute. They're resolute, they're focused on a task, they have a defense to execute, and they talk to me about the practical aspects of that. You're correct, they do continue to depend on our support. Our support is in a wide variety of munitions, especially, but also the provision of intelligence. They're very eager to maintain those. And there are certain specific ones that I could talk about in closed session that are especially valuable. I did, however, earlier in open session mention air defense missiles as one of the most important, because we're basically the sole provider of those for them.
All right. Thank you. And I want to move to General Langley for a second here. Good to see you again, too, General. AFRICOM has continued to experience conflict arising from the uptick in violent extremist organizations as our focus continues towards large-scale combat operations in Indo-PACOM and Europe. I'm concerned that our defense modernization and optimization will trend towards those theaters, but away from other issues that we can't ignore: the real threat of terrorism and gray zone operations, especially in AFRICOM. It's critical that we don't lose sight of this real threat. And you previously highlighted, General, your need for more ISR capability, calling ISR an active deterrent in Africa. Yet we have limited platforms to go around. SOCOM has begun purchasing the OA-1K Skyraider aircraft, which I think could fill a requirement that you seem to have. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of an armed ISR platform like the OA-1K, especially one with a dual-use capability that could fill the close air support gap?
Senator, thank you. I will speak to the capabilities of various ISR platforms in Africa, especially as far as our operations, ongoing operations across Somalia and in support of the Somali National Army. So I'll just speak to the capabilities the need for ISR, that armed ISR across makes sense and do responsible type targeting across the region. That's all too important. So I'll speak to the capabilities that every combatant commander needs more ISR in support of our operations.
And do you feel the OA1K could fill a gap that you have in AFRICOM?
Sir, I'll take any additional ISR and any enhanced technologies that would add to the credibility and our lethality of our forces.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator.